We all know that we have muscles as part of our bodies, and you're obviously interested in strengthening, developing, and growing those muscles, or you wouldn't be enrolled in this course. But do you know what your muscles are made of? You see, I think it's extremely important that you have a fundamental knowledge of what your muscles are made of and how they function so that you understand the what and the why of the varying reps, sets, tempos, and percentages of weights you'll be using in the 4 different microcycles or phases of this powerful program. Now, looking at your muscles in a mirror, while they're covered by your skin, you obviously can't see this, but your muscles are comprised of a mixture of muscle fiber types. You see, you have type 1, which are slow twitch and oxidative. You also have type 2A, which are fast twitch oxidative. Then you have type 2A, or type 2B, or also known as type 2X, which are fast twitch glycolytic. These varying types of muscle fibers are each structured differently, and they're activated and grow in response to different types of stimuli. One thing that makes this program so effective is that the different phases of the program are designed specifically to target each muscle fiber type so that we leave nothing on the table when it comes to maximizing your gains over the next 12 weeks. Now let's take a look a little bit closer at each fiber type in detail to help you understand how those muscles work and, more importantly, how they're going to be trained over the next 12 weeks. First, let's talk about the type 1 muscle fibers. Again, these are slow twitch oxidative fibers. That means these fibers are fatigue resistant fibers, and they contract quickly through low levels of stimulation, and they have the ability to work for a long period of time due to the large mitochondrial capillary density. And because they can provide their own source of energy, these slow twitch fibers can sustain force for an extended period of time, but they're not able to generate a significant amount of force. Slow twitch fibers have a low activation threshold. What that means is they're going to be the first fibers recruited when the muscle contracts. Now, when they can't generate the amount of force necessary for the specific activity, the fast twitch fibers, which we'll discuss next, become engaged. Now, these type 1 fibers are stimulated primarily by lighter weights, 50 to 70, 75% of your 1 rep max, and higher repetitions, anywhere from 15 to 25 reps. Now, type 2A, which are fast twitch oxidative fibers, these fall in the middle of the muscle fiber gamut, as they're moderately fatigue resistant because of their high capillary density and their ability to use oxygen for energy. Now, they produce a greater force and contract at a greater speed than their type 1 slow twitch cohorts, and they're able to generate explosive bursts of power for relatively short periods of time. Now, type 2A muscle fibers are stimulated primarily by moderately heavy weights, 70 to 85% of your 1 rep max, and medium rep ranges, anywhere from 6 to 12 reps. Now, your type 2B or type 2X are fast twitch fibers, glycolytic. These fibers produce high levels of force and power and require a large amount of stimulation to contract. However, they also fatigue very quickly due to their low capillary density and due to the fact that they get their energy almost exclusively through anaerobic glycolysis. The type 2B muscle fibers are stimulated by heavy weights, 85 to 100% of your 1 rep max, and low repetitions, 1 to 6 or 1 to 5 reps. Now, most training programs leave a lot of growth on the table by not targeting all 3 muscle fiber types. But over the next 12 weeks, you will maximize your muscular development by vigorously training all 3 fibers and training across a broad array of sets, reps, tempos, and weights to ensure all 3 fiber types receive maximum stimulation. Now that you have an understanding what your muscles are made of, we'll take a detailed look in the next lecture at the 3 ways that we can make our muscles grow.